Behind me is the only 2016 country coach ever built. This coach just became for sale for the first time. There's just a lot going on with this coach, and we're lucky enough to have I'd say an RV expert.
I'm Brian Vandy Walker, and like he said, we're here at Premier RV Sales of Oregon, and this is a one-off coach that Ron Lee actually built after they bought the intellectual property from Country Coach at the auction. And it's basically to prove the point that we had the facilities and everything it took to build a coach, and this is the example of it.
So Brian, what was going on in 2016? Tell us a little bit. I just want to know so much about this coach. So tell us a little bit about what happened and what's the story, the only 2016 country coach.
So this coach here was actually manufactured by Ron Lee and a bunch of the guys that actually had worked at Country Coach. When Country Coach went up for auction, they sold off the intellectual property and everything, and Ron and Bob Lee bought it. And then Ron ended up solely with it, and then ended up with the buildings. And to be able to get financial backing, he built one coach, and this is the coach. It's actually never been sold to the public. It was owned by Ron himself and built with his design cues and everything. It's modeled off of what would have been a 2010 Allure that a couple got built with the newest front cap and the newest back cap that never even really made it to the market.
First thing I want to point out that I'm noticing about this coach is seamless windows, and then it's also got, are those full awnings on the roof rails? Are those roof rails, or are those full awnings as well?
No, those are actually full awnings. Ron had this built with all 4 roof awnings on there, so they're Carefree Apexes that come out with the motion sensors and everything, just like you could order on a brand new coach if you got into this caliber of a product. Most manufacturers use the frameless rounded windows, but Ron actually had these flushed into the body, so they're perfectly smooth at every one, which is very labor extensive. You start to sit back, if you're any sort of body man or anything, you're like, wow, because that is some really trick stuff.
See the stripes continue on the slide out, and there's a lot of detail working on. You've got the small stripes with larger stripes. Really a cool design. What's going on with the front end of this coach? What inspired it?
Well, it was just their latest design cues that they're bringing out to the market for the 2010. It's got the most modern, like you see in a lot of the new ones, the Hella projection headlights, and then the sensor down here for the collision avoidance that it comes with for the cruise control and all that stuff. This chassis was actually a 2008, but then they put all the 2016 into it, so it's actually built on a Dynamax monocoque chassis, just like the last coaches were.
Nice. So it's got the full awnings, the entire length of the coach with LED lights under it. And Brian's a pro here. He's doing this in the showroom. That takes a lot of skill. I just want to point out too, it's only got 6,100 miles on it. It's got the Cummins ISX 500. And also too, it's listed for sale for only $289,000.
That's like buying a brand new coach for nothing compared to what this coach would have went for. If they could have sold it when it was brand new, its retail numbers would have been substantial.
This is the Cummins ISX 500. Just a beautiful rear end. It's a hot water heater, or what's?
No, this is exhaust.
Exhaust. I've never seen an exhaust like that. Side radiator on the other side there?
Yes.
365s, or what size tires are these?
I want to go with the 315s. Yeah, 315s all the way around.
The first bay's got a large pull-out tray there. It looks like some extra chairs are being stored in there right now as well. Huge. It's complete pass-through bay with the full slide storage. And I'm just noticing too, there's a really cool metallic flake here in this paint. A lot of really cool detail work. I don't know if that flake is showing up on the camera, but really gives it a rich look. The first bay is going to be full pass-through storage. Second bay, same thing. It's really wide as well, I'll point out. And then you've got 3
extra tile.
Oh, good deal.
Extra seam tape, some fabrics. Made it right there. Prototype.
Prototype. Wow. 3 complete pass-through bays with the slide-out trays, and then this is going to be your propane bay there. This has the aqua hot. You can tell that this coach has been stored indoors its entire life. It's definitely, this is like a brand new coach, only 6,000 miles. This is really cool to see a piece of RV history here like this. Brian, I can't thank you enough. Just while we're at it, I got to thank you for getting us the opportunity. You guys can thank Brian here for getting me in the door here to get all this great footage for you guys here. So,
hey, anytime, Andrew. It's great to be able to get you and the fans out there the content, to be able to see great stuff that is a piece of history and it's hard to even find. I mean, especially this one chance for it to be for sale. I mean, if I won the lottery, it'd be one of the coaches that I put in there with the 92 in a warehouse and just store them as country coach history.
Absolutely, I agree. I greatly appreciate this opportunity. Brian's a long-time YouTube subscriber, too. He's been watching the channel. How long have you been watching the YouTube channel for, bud?
Oh, probably for 9 months now.
Good deal.
It's been a good time, seeing all kinds of cool stuff. It's always entertaining. Something to do in the evenings instead of paying the local DirecTV bill.
Love it. I love it. Wow. This is super finished out. Like, this is literally what you would see in like a Prevost with the LED country coach light. I don't even know if I've seen other manufacturers do LED lighting. Definitely super finished out. One of the nicest plumbing bays I've seen. It's probably the nicest plumbing bay I've ever seen in a, well, it's not a production coach because it's a prototype coach.
Right.
So,
but I mean, this is the styling cues that we're using in the last production coaches. I mean, we went through a model change in 2007 and went to this new style of stainless bay that was a little more serviceable for the technicians to get to valves and whatnot that were buried back in there. And it just came out really nice.
There's some of the last country coaches are going to have that same type of bay. I just haven't seen them yet.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, they won't have that fancy blue LED light look quite as neat and clean as tidy as that one. I mean, that was made for Ron, and everybody was doing the best that they could to make the most pristine coach to send out to rallies and whatnot to be able to start the product line and get people hyped for it again.
Yeah. Ryan, for those people that don't know who Ron is, do you want to tell us, before we go in the coach, do you want to tell us a little bit about who the previous owner of this coach is or was?
So Ron Lee and Bob Lee had created Country Coach way back in the day. They both had done it for many years together, and then they had separated. And then they sat at the table during the Country Coach auction and bought enough stuff to build product again, and that's where this came from, is they bought the intellectual property and all the wall tools and this and that and a lot of jigs and what have you. And they were the original Country Coach guys. And so he was trying to help the local Junction City economy and everything by building a coach and getting them out to market and showing that they could still build a bus here in town. And so that's where this coach derives from.
Wow.
Chassis too.
You just fired this thing right up, and the first thing I'm noticing is it's got a totally digital dash. That's Silverleaf. That's super expensive.
Newmar was the first guys to have what was called comfort steering, where it actually would center itself going down the road to help. That way you didn't have to fight it if you had crosswinds and whatnot. Well, that technology was exclusive to them for many years, and now it's not an exclusive product. And this chassis was actually converted over because it was built as a 2008 production chassis, but he wanted to put everything in it you could get in 2016. So this actually has basically comfort steer, whatever, whoever's calling it what now. But if you've got this coach turned all the way to the right and you want to know where center is, you just let go and it spins itself all the way back and will take itself to center.
Wow.
All the way around. I mean, as you can see, it's actually slightly trues itself up a bit with your hand off the wheel. So that way when you got a crosswind, you're just cruising along and you don't have to hold it. It really wants to center itself down the road naturally. So that's a really nice option. I didn't even know it had that on it until I started it. And then it has the VORAD collision avoidance, so it's got the sensors on the right and lefts. And then it has everything for the smart cruise. So once you set it, get too close to a car, it'll automatically pace itself off of the back of that car until either the car gets out of the way or you get over, and then it's going to go back to your cruise speed automatically. And then you get the indicators on the dash, just like your new modern car in the mirror, that indicates if somebody's next to you and whatnot. So, and it's got the active air system, which would have been one of the most modern systems that you could get for the air ride. I mean, this thing has all the modern and everything that you would want for driving. I mean,
yeah.
It's pretty tricky.
Check out this digital. I got to get a close-up. Sorry.
Oh, yeah. That.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's the stuff right there. Silverleaf's proud of that product. I mean, it is really neat. I mean, you can go through it and change all the different driving screens. You're driving down the road, you want to turn your generator on, you just hit the home screen. It takes you to all your home statuses. You can see what your house batteries are doing and everything. You hit it again, it takes you to the generator, start and stops. Again, it tells you what your inverters are doing, if you're plugged in the AC, how many legs of power and whatnot. Everything you can get from your house display, you can get in the dash display for this particular coach.
Wow. What's this active air over here?
So that has, instead of your traditional ride height valve, it actually has electronic sensing ride height valves, and it has solenoids that deploy air in and out to the bags to be able to make it a more active system. And it responds very well when you're cooking it into a corner. It'll actually put air into that side, and then that way it keeps the coach level as you're going through the corner. It's just newest, latest stuff that's out there that you can get on a new modern coach, and it was all put into here.
This is really incredible to be here in the only 2016 country coach ever built. I love the styling here that they did. The country coach emblem here with the cream colored with the brown, and then carbon fiber as well. The two-tone dash, complete carbon fiber. What's this called right here?
The inlay panels to be able to hold all the equipment. I mean, they are carbon fiber. We did them in production. We would have done all that in a plastic ABS material, but since this was a one-off prototype coach, it got all that. It's got the USB ports for the most modern Kenwood Exelon radio, everything. I mean, you could even upgrade this to be able to get it to play through one of the TVs as you're going down the road if you had kids and stuff. I mean, it's got the top-notch equipment all the way around in it.
Nice.
I can turn this bad boy off.
Yeah, so notice stitching here in these beautiful stitching in the captain's chairs as well. And you can tell that's probably heated, massage. I'm sure it's all the goodies. So this is a front kitchen rig. This is very unique. So tell us a little bit about it.
So this was the Crane Prairie floor plan brought to you by Country Coach when they were doing it. It's got the large 55-inch LCD TV midship, and then you end up with the large galley area, and then the driver can always reach across, that you'd never want to do and still get into the refrigerator. But it's got the dishwasher, all the modern stuff never even used, all the brand new starter kits still in it.
Fisher Pickel.
Yeah, just like you'd find in any of the new Marathons or any of the new Highline RVs. And then the Amanta convection oven. Nice little pull-out section here with a foot trigger to be able to put that away for transit. Reach down here again with your foot.
Oh, that's cool.
There you go. I gotta know how to use it. I haven't used it.
Nice.
Yeah.
And what kind of wood is this? This is a...
This is an oak. He's an oak man, just like Marcellus Wallace. You know, some people like the oak, and he'd been doing it for years, and, you know, he wasn't really into the cherries or any of that stuff, so he wanted to do that. He even did the countertops. You'll notice there's an oak inlay all the way around.
Wow. Yeah, that's high-end. And I like that he used these all white ceiling fixtures. What's the story on those? Is that just the lighting, or?
Yeah, that's just the elliptical lighting. Behind here we've got fluorescent light strips, and then these simply just pop down with some Southco latches to be able to get in there and service the lights. It leaves you just lots of nice lighting options. And then, unlike any of the Allures in production, he added the mood lighting in here above the tops of the slide rooms.
Oh yeah, I just noticed that. Nice. And then it has this kind of signature wine glass. I'm sure those have probably never been used.
Yeah, the Cristal.
The crystal, yeah.
And then you've got the IntelliTech lighting. just like you'd have in all the new modern stuff with keypads.
Okay.
And then the accent lighting turns off the glassware cabinet on the top there.
Yeah. Nice kind of desk area over here, and I'll point out there's a ton of outlets right here and USB ports. Even a if you want to use like a cigarette lighter, I don't even know what those are called. Yeah, old school cigarette lighter. Bath and a half?
Yeah, bath and a half. So here's your mid bath. It's got the Tecma turd grinder toilets in it for low water use.
Hey, see, I got to open up some of these cabinets here. You can notice, I love on these country coaches, just the build quality you can feel. This is that same country coach build quality, like all the other country coaches. Completely finished, lined on the inside of these cabinets. It looks like there's never been anything in there. Let's see if there's more storage. I'm curious. More storage off to the right here as well. And they just use every little nook and cranny for storage space. It's completely finished out. Really a good use of space. You're going to have more cabinets here below this large window across from your half bath. Completely lined as well. And a nice countertop space right there. Just all kinds of detail work in the valances, and that's pretty amazing woodwork with this oak here. Speakers throughout the ceiling I'm noticing as well. Was Ron an audio guy?
Well, country coach, we're being into the audio thing. So in this particular coach, you'll have a standalone system in the bedroom with the 5.1 surround sound with a separate audio receiver, and then you have your separate direct TV receiver, so that way you can watch different channels back here than in the front. It makes it kind of more standalone.
Queen size bed. You've got countertop space on both sides of the bed as well. Cabinets above the bed. And those are kind of tucked back as well here, so you have room. A lot of motorhomes, if you bring your head up too quickly, it's a good sized mirror there. But really, I'm curious what the rear bathroom of this coach looks like here. What's going on back here, bud?
So back here we've got the large shower.
Yes, this is huge.
Huge countertop for plenty of room. She's got room for her stuff. You've got room for your stuff. You've got a toilet here in the corner. Fully automatic, fantastic fan like you'd see in all the new modern stuff. And then we've got this
window
big,
as well.
Yeah, more window as well. Large closet here with a sliding door.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Get you into here. Little light going on. Plenty of storage.
Oh yeah. Carpeted. And then I like that you've got a washer and dryer right here. This is a good location for it, so you can do your laundry and put your stuff either in your closet right here, or you've got a ton of drawer space right there as well. Just a huge shower. The width of this shower, the length, it just seems to be a lot bigger. For perspective, I'm not gonna walk in there. I mean, I can barely even touch the back wall here, and it's a lot deeper as well. So really big, one of the biggest showers I've seen in a motorhome, honestly.
Nice ledge.
Yeah.
Sit down, be able to clean the feet and whatnot.
Real nice lighting in there. You can see how bright that is.
You got the radiant floor heat here in the bedroom.
Oh,
in the
really?
Bathroom also.
Nice. And then that's to access the engine there.
Yeah, that's to access the engine, but that's going to be a heated section also.
Good deal. Good deal. And then these cool mirrors, they are full length, but they've got some cool square pattern in there. Really gives it a nice look. And then you've got another full length mirror over there. That's really a true full length. You're back here in this bathroom. You've got plenty of mirrors. But, hey, Brian, I cannot thank you and the folks at Premier RV of Oregon for letting me and the folks out on YouTube see this amazing 2016 Country Coach listed for sale here for $289,000. Now, you're the guy that builds these, repairs them. Any advice for someone that would consider buying this coach? And Brian's a straight shooter. He's going to tell it how it is. What would you tell anybody?
Well, I mean, if I was in the market to buy a new coach, I would really consider something like this before. You're going to save a lot of money, and you're going to end up with a lot of coach. And I mean, if my parents were looking at it, I'd have them buy it because it's a great unit. It's solid. It's got great colors. Very neutral. Feels good. Hurry up and get it. That's what I would say. Or somebody else does. It's a one-time deal. I'm not making any more of them. It's the last one that we made. So that's all I got to say.
Yeah, and Brian is a country coach owner himself. He's got a custom country coach. It's going to be a one of a kind when he's done with it. That's going to be in some videos coming soon. And just can't say enough good things about Brian and the team here at Premier. But I'll leave their website in the description. If you're a serious buyer, you can contact their sales department here. Great team. I greatly appreciate all of you that are liking these videos and subscribing to my channel. I hope you're all having a great day. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Dude, I think that's a good,
Yeah, I think we made a good 8 minute.
oh, dude, that's a 20-minute. Yeah.
Oh yeah, so we can make a good 10 minute out of that, clean that up.
Oh, that's going to be a full 20. That was all fire. I just chop a couple little, like when we were in there. Everything else is just, like, those are the easy. I don't have to edit those. That's just fire. So,